Well, if you're planning on some summer picnics, we have some great wine selections to go with the food. A guest is joining us right now on the patio with those tips. Sharon is with Melissa, and Sharon, find me something good, okay?
That's right, Tony. When we talk about summer, by the way, one of the best things that people love to do is to be outdoors. And, picnics are really popular, especially if you want to, add a little bit of romance into your relationship or just go out with your friends. We're going to help you maybe pair some really delicious foods with some awesome wine. We have Melissa Gonzalo joining us. She does PR for San Antonio Winery, one of the longest standing wineries, by the way, in Los Angeles. But we also have one here in Paso Robles. Good to see you again.
Yes, good to see you. Thanks for having me back. Glad to see you guys and talk about some picnic summer wine pairings.
So this is pretty neat because a lot of folks maybe don't know what to get with the cheese and crackers and with the caprese salad. So what do you have for us? Let's kind of start over here. People taking notes today. What do you suggest?
Okay, so get your notebooks out and your pens. Some antipasto over there, your typical charcuterie with cheese and crackers. That'll go really well with a Prosecco, for example, which really cleanses the palate. It's light, refreshing, and it's something neutral, So Prosecco pretty much goes with anything, but it goes fabulous with an antipasto, for example, or you can pair it with a nice light red, a Pinot Noir. For example, our San Simeon Pinot Noir is fantastic, 90 points.
What does San Antonio specialize in, by the way?
We specialize in, and we have a lot of bold reds, but we pretty much have everything for every palate across the board. We produce 18 different labels, so there really is something for everyone.
So this art of wine pairing is something that's kind of in your blood in San Antonio, where you guys know exactly what kind of goes well with what, kind of foods.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like for example, here we have a caprese salad, which is also very nice for a summer picnic. You can pair that, for example, with a nice white, like our San Antonio Heritage Blanc, which is fantastic. It's a blend of 5 different varietals. It's absolutely fabulous.
Oh, is this a Riesling over here?
Yes, and a Riesling goes very well with something a little spicy. So you have like a black bean dip right there with a little kick to it. So a Riesling will be perfect to cut the spice a bit and cool it off.
So it has a little bit of a spice, sweet kind of mixture here. The Rieslings are actually my favorite. So is this something that you recommend?
That's our Madalena Riesling.
Okay.
Did you taste that one yet?
I don't think I did, actually.
No,
this is something I have to try, right? What else do we have?
Well, here we have our latest flavor of our Stella Rosa line, which is very popular, our semi-sweet, semi-sparkling brand. This is our platinum flavor, which has notes of green apple, elderflower, and vanilla, and that would pair really nicely with, for example, we have a wine and cheese mascarpone dip right here.
So when you kind of come to the Central Coast and Paso Robles, what do people kind of rave about when it comes to San Antonio? I mean, besides these pairings here, is there something in particular that people just love when they come year after year to your winery?
Aside from all our wines?
Or the wines in particular, is there something in particular that stands out?
People love Stella, but also our San Simeon line is fantastic. For example, here we have our Chardonnay, which would pair nicely with a vegetable dip, for example, something light.
Okay.
Here we have our Lambrusco, which is a sparkling light red Italian wine, which goes really well with just an Italian sub sandwich or even for barbecues in the summer. Okay. This is fantastic for that. And it's served chilled, so a nice chilled red, which is very nice for the summer. Another chilled red is right here, our Stella Rosa Black, which someone here was just mentioning she hasn't tried yet. I told her she's going to have to take it home with her. This is flavors of wild berry and served chilled. It's fantastic.
I'm more of a white wine girl, but I think chilled red would actually be fabulous for the summer.
There a lot of people don't think of chilling reds, but you can chill reds. It's not a no-no, especially with these kind of lighter reds. This one, for example, Opaque, which you're talking about, what's a popular? Opaque, our Opaque line, Paso Robles Wine Festival was a hit. Everyone kept coming back for this one. This is a blend called Darkness of 6 different varietals. This one you don't want to chill probably. Maybe slightly for the summer if it's really warm, but this would be fantastic for like nighttime.
Got it. What would it pair well with, he said?
Well, this one we have here, roasted garlic and olive dip, for example, with some crostini you can pair it with.
And these are, of course, all picnic items that we're trying to give you some samples for. Yes. So if you're trying to come up with ideas of, wine pairings and things to take with you, that's why she's chosen these items.
Yes, exactly. You don't need an oven for these things. Right. You don't want to use an oven in the summer. And then, for example, we have our Madalena Zinfandel over here, which was also a hit at the Paso Wine Fest. And that one's a lighter Zin. A lot of California Paso Zins tend to be a little heavier, jammier, but this one's a little lighter, and it has kind of like a little spice to it. So that would pair really nicely with some blue cheese stuffed olives, for example.
Not a big olive fan, but okay, let's move
Really?
on.
Oh, I love olives.
Okay, so I've actually tried the sangria that you're about to
Yes.
introduce there. It is so fabulous. Tell me about that one.
Our bodega sangria. It's a very old recipe from Papa Stefano, who is 93 years old now, our owner. He is fantastic, and this is actually his recipe. And I can say, my parents are from Spain. I think I mentioned that last time. So I'm very particular with my sangria, and it actually reminds me of my aunt's sangria. So we could pour you some if you like.
Oh, sure.
This-
So this is a red sangria.
Yes, this needs to be served chilled, obviously sangria, and over ice is even better. And it already has a lot of citrus and fruit notes, but you can add your own even more. You can add fresh fruit to it if you like. This is perfect for summertime.
Okay.
There you go. And then you
Well,
also
Melissa,
can't
thank you
forget
so much.
your minis you can pack for a picnic.
And those minis, by the way, are the perfect size for the picnics.
Yes.
Melissa, thank you so much.
Thank
San Antonio,
you.
thank you for the wine pairing. Thank you for the suggestions. Hope you'll go out this summer and maybe enjoy a picnic. We'll see you back here tomorrow.